Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Pete and Jeremy's D&D time. This is game 2 this evening, an adventure I have entitled Marstacean Waves. But before we jump into what's happening on this ridiculous adventure, we have had a bit of a ridiculous schedule shift up. Apparently things are going wrong everywhere, but you know what, that's okay, because we got 4 great players that are playing with us this evening, 2 of which maybe not of the appropriate level for a myth tier adventure, but we're gonna just have to hope our myth tier characters can really carry the team. I'm sure you guys will be fine. First and foremost, let's introduce everybody. I'm gonna start with the myth tiers because they're the big boys on campus here. I want to first welcome Michael Verity, the king of order. Michael, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful today, thank you.
So, Michael, did you expect to have a kind of a different complement as a team this week, or were you ready to roll with just whoever Bartholomew sent your way?
This was not anything I was expecting. I've been totally caught off guard here. Oh boy, I don't know how this is gonna go today. Pray it goes well.
You know what? I am not just sure. I am completely and totally sure that it's going to be excellent. You're going to do great. Everything's going to be fine.
Okay.
Michael, what have you been doing since we last saw you? Have you been bringing order throughout the Lands of DnDTime, or?
Of course. I mean, that is my job now.
Mm-hmm. What's like your favorite place that you've ever brought order to?
That's a very, very tough question
Because
to say.
like, is it like, oh no, I have to bring order to the Bahamas? Darn. You know, is it like that? Or is it like
no to bring order? If you tell me to bring order to the Bahamas, I better bring my swimsuit because that's a damn good vacation. I'm going.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you're gonna go bring some order. Really, you're just gonna go have a great vacation. But
but even then, I do. There are those times where I actually have to do something.
Well, it's all about duty.
Either way, I'm having fun.
Absolutely. Well, Michael, welcome back, and I hope you have a great adventure today. It's gonna be great.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Our next mythic hero joining us is Sword Coheir. Sword, how the hell are you, bud?
It's been an interesting week.
Oh, really? What's new in the life of Sword Coheir?
Well, just when I think I've managed to escape another babysitting session with the zombie baby, Jangle Bones appears out of nowhere and drops him off of me again.
You know, you have a strange relationship with Jangle Bones, Sword. I feel like more than anyone else, you really know Jangle Bones pretty well. Or
he's all right if you just stick with his commitments.
Yeah. So do you know? So I've always wondered, and I never totally had the story clear. So is this your zombie baby somehow, or is this just a zombie baby?
It's just a zombie baby that
I see.
I don't know. I guess he's related to Jangle Bones in some former fashion in another life, and
interesting.
For some reason, it's growing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does zombie babies grow up? They do.
Apparently, and
wow.
And what's even more perplexing is, well, he's managing to get out of the cage.
You keep your baby in a cage? I mean, I guess
you know how it's different.
Cribs are like cages.
Well, it's like, you know how difficult it is to keep a regular infant, you know.
Well, I know it's hard to keep zombies in cages. I've tried it. It's very difficult. So I imagine zombie babies are just like regular zombies, but more wily.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, Sword, you know, I mean, I'm sure there's no harm in bringing this zombie baby on all of these incredibly dangerous adventures with you. So, yeah, I'm sure it'll be great.
Well, I don't have him now, thankfully. So.
Oh, you keep him in that? You got him in the cage?
No, I give him back to Jangle Bones.
Oh, well, that's always great. Well, Sword, welcome back, of course. It's great to have you. I'm sure it's going to be a very interesting adventure this evening. our next character joining us, we had two pinch hitters tonight, Elysia Silverblood and Oldman McWizardface. Elysia, we'll start with you. The Moonborn. Elysia, I think you're an Aasimar, right? Or
That's right.
So you and Sword are kind of like, you, Sword, and Fox Sakes, I think, are some of the only Aasimar in Bartholomew's Adventuring Company, and all of you are very famous. Is it just like an Aasimar trait that like you become powerful and famous, or?
Well, I mean, when into a little spark of divinity, I guess. It just really launches more opportunities and abilities to handle such opportunities.
Well, hot damn. But what have you been doing with these opportunities, Elysia?
Well, Bartholomew said that he had a mythic level adventure, and all I can think is this is a bit of a testing the water sort of thing after I think, impressed Bartholomew cleaning up the whole while back.
Oh, Elysia, you understand that the whole like story, fable, myth thing, it's just a payroll thing, right? It's just a marketing ploy.
No.
No
one would recognize it so readily if it was just a marketing scheme. Bartholomew's clever, but I don't know if he's that. He has the intelligence, not quite the charisma.
I got you. I was just tricking you, seeing if you'd fall for it. Well, Elysia, welcome to this adventure. I hope you have a great time. I hope you really are challenged with whatever you run into today.
Can't wait. Thanks, Jeremy.
And of course, last but not least, Oldman McWizardface.
Oh my god! Mira! It's another portal to the outside! All those adventurers we were sending in here weren't getting lost, they were escaping!
Oldman, are you okay?
We were cleaning out the shoe closet, we found a cabinet, I walked in and here I am.
Why did you tell her? Oldman, you gotta keep those escape routes secret.
Oh, I love Mira, but...
No, of course, but like, sometimes you just need to get away. You need some you time.
We're trying to clean that place out. I mean,
it's been like a year.
Look at the kinds of things that are in here. Or there, well here. Oh God, I'm so confused now.
Well, Oldman, it's a great thing you're here because you're just we need you to fill in a slot in this most recent adventure. Some adventurers are out to lunch, so we need you right now.
Well, I suppose, as long as I'm here, I might as well gear myself up and I'm ready to go, and then it's back into the closet. But
you're already starting with the mage armor, I see, Oldman.
Oh, I'm talking to you. I know shit is going to go down.
Well, Oldman, maybe it won't go down quite as bad as you think. Maybe just today, shit's gonna go up. Today, you have received a missive from someone on the Crimson Coast by the name of Clawbert. They've reached out to Bartholomew. Apparently, they are a native to the Crimson Coast, and they have this. They found something very interesting, and they need some adventurers to come by and help them check it out. Is what at least they said to Bartholomew. And so, 8 hours have passed. You've been sailing on the ocean, making your. I'm just kidding, Oldman. You've been making your way out to sea on the Crimson Coast. You've passed the beautiful coast of Red Beads, for which the place is named, and just sailed east for a time. You've passed by the floating platform, which marks the entrance to the city of Tritanic, deep beneath the waves. And you sailed a little bit further on, almost just barely, almost to Turtle Island, which is a wonderful getaway, almost resort-like island that seems to move around in the distance. You aren't quite so far as to reach the trench, which is a very dangerous area here. But yeah, as you're kind of going along, you see you're in a fairly decent sailing vessel. But you see a big red buoy with a flag up ahead of you, which is what you were told to look out for. And as you kind of move up to approach it and you lay out your anchor and everything and you slow down, you hear a voice call out from the little floating buoy, and it goes, "Hello!
Hey,
Ahoy there!
Hello.
hey, Captain! Captain, where's the captain of the ship? I just got here.
Do we have a captain? These
Yeah,
sea
there's a
adventures
pretty-
are so strange.
Yeah, there's a crew on the ship. Some of them are seemingly crewed by unseen servants. Others are just small vessels. This is a fairly small little caravel. It's not a large ship by any means. So it's got a crew. It's got a complement of like maybe 10 sailors. So the captain, has already laid anchor and everything. as you
Captain,
kind of approach him.
I just want you to know that there's a cabinet in your crew's quarters that leads to my girlfriend's shoe closet. I just came out of it.
It leads to the shoe closet, you say?
I mean, I'm here somehow. Who's that over on the buoy?
Yeah, if you look over,
Looks like what is that?
yeah, you see a tiny little crab. He's got a bright red shell and 2 big pincers. He's got some very large, bulbous, almost cartoony eyes. One of them's a lazy eye, and he goes like, "Hello!" And he's shuffling around,
hello
picturing,
there, you cute little thing.
"You're my adventurers that I've hired."
Pause. You hired us? I'm just gonna
That's
look
us.
I'm gonna look absolutely baffled at like you
Yes!
hired us?
I am Clawbert.
I suppose I'm here.
Good. Everybody, we need to go to the bottom of the ocean.
Oh,
Oh,
wonderful!
dear,
I love
dear
this.
God.
I
last
jump
time
into
did
the
this, it did
water.
not go- Oh dear God! The last time I did this, it didn't go well.
All right.
I'm pretty sure most of us can't breathe underwater.
Oh. That's gonna be difficult.
You guys have fun with the balls.
So Oldman, you jump into the water.
You guys have fun with your giant suit.
You don't see the giant suit or anything around.
Oh, well then.
I was
Yes.
not prepared for adventurers that couldn't swim.
I can swim, but I can't breathe underwater. There's a
Same
difference.
thing.
I can hold my breath really good.
To the
Like
bottom of the ocean.
2 minutes.
Not even close.
Oh,
We're at a bit of an
What-
impasse.
Well,
The crab skitters
what
around
do
a
you
little
even
bit.
need? What do you even need at the bottom of the ocean anyway?
Yes. The crab kind of like stands up like on its legs a little bit and tries to like almost puff out its chest in a way. But it's kind of hard to do that because it's a crab.
Oh my
Says,
God! Keep
"Yes."
that pose. I need to draw you.
I'm gonna give a speech. So, I am Clawbert, and some time ago I learned from a sunken trigonometric vessel that there was in fact water on Mars, and it points up into the sky with one claw. It's a beautiful sunny day. You don't see really anything besides the sun. Mars is up there at night.
Right.
And ever
Okay.
since I knew that I needed to travel to see the water.
Are we gonna be gearing up a rocket ship for you?
Well, yeah. Recently, a Triggognome ship sank out here. And
Well, I'm pretty sure Dingleheimer wouldn't be happy about that one.
I don't know who that is. But anyway, yes, there was an arcane catapult aboard it that hopefully can get us all the way to Mars.
That's
You-
quite the catapult to go past the moon.
I don't know if that's going to work.
I'm pretty sure it will.
Oh
If it
dear.
doesn't, I've already paid Bartholomew. So
Well, this will be awkward, and won't you be lonely there? I don't think there's anyone there.
Oh, I just want to go around for a walk, then we can come back.
But we
A
can't.
walk or a swim.
But
It's
how will
kinda
we
both.
get back if we can't bring the catapult with us?
Don't worry, we can just go to the moon. It's a nice little in-between.
Worst
Sure.
case scenario, we die and Bartholomew brings us back.
The crab just kind of looks around confused. How about we don't die?
I like that idea.
Oh, you know what? Let's just take that closet you have.
I mean, it leads to the ship, I guess. I don't know, it's kind of weird.
I'm in. I think it's a great idea. Anyway, we have to get going pretty quickly. Soon my speak with human spell is going to wear off, and then you just see the crab just kind of skittering around on the buoy and clicking its claws together. It's not saying anything anymore.
What happens when its spell runs out?
I think we already found out.
What do you mean? It's being perfectly comprehensible.
Oldman, I guess you're the only one that could breathe underwater. Good luck.
I mean, ask the captain if he has a way to get us down.
Yeah,
Ah,
because this is
what?
gonna be awkward.
Away down to the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, because
Or a
three of
way
us
to
can't
breathe down
underwater.
I can't think of much. To breathe? I don't have you. I could get you to the bottom pretty darn quick, though.
How?
How quick?
He just kind of like looks over to where the chain is going down into the ocean that's holding the anchor. We have another anchor.
Oh my.
Good.
Please tell me we have a spare bowl around or something that I can just put on my head.
I don't have any bowls. Anyone have bowls here in the crew? And you hear, no bowls. No, nothing here.
Why?
I don't think we have any bowls.
I'm as I face palm to myself. I scream, Bartholomew, why have you forsaken us?
Oh, I have an idea. If we take out that one cupboard drawer thing that is it, we can just stick our heads in the shoe closet and breathe.
I'd rather not flood my house. Or
Just have to
your
make
house,
sure
for that matter.
it's like nice and horizontal and faces downward so the water doesn't pressures or something.
I don't think you guys would be able to see. That would make things quite difficult.
We don't have to see, we have the chain.
Better than me drowning.
Couldn't we just like hop into Oldman's house and just find something that we could use?
Oh, we could have Oldman take the portal down while we're in Oldman's house, and then when we're out of Oldman's house.
Well, we're just going to Oldman's house either way, so let's just go to Oldman's house. Oldman better have something in his house.
I mean, he has so much stuff in there. He's always talking about cleaning out. There should be something that we can use.
It's
Maybe
the
you haven't
shoe
updated-
closet. There's a lot of shoes.
Do you think
Alright.
Mirror has any shoes of water breathing?
Well,
So-
there's only one way to find out.
They bring this, the crew brings the shoe closet up. And I'm sorry, it just looks like a big dresser here, like a cabinet. Not a dresser, a cabinet. So you just open it up and wow, it's huge on the inside. You all clamber in, except for Oldman, the gnome. The crew. So, Mr. Oldman, do you want us to just tie an anchor to the side of this and send it to the bottom?
I mean, Mira must be very confused right now, but sure, I suppose, as long as I can get back to it, so pull it back up afterwards.
The crab clicks its claws annoyedly as you say that.
Okay, then. Never mind. I'm sure I'll figure something out.
All right, so you guys, Oldman, the closet off the boat, sinks down to the bottom very quickly. You swim down after it. The crab hops off and swims down. And as you swim down, it's pretty clear, the water here, and it's not that deep. You appear to be on the top of some underwater mountain of some kind. And as you kind of get down to the top of it, you see there's, in fact, the wreckage of a ship, but it looks like it's been salvaged pretty heavily And just outside of it, there is, on a fairly flat part of stone, a glowing kind of circle of runes. They kind of glow a bright purple. And in the middle, there is a glass sphere that is just kind of sitting there. And the crab is on top of it, clicking its claws together. And it clambers over to the side, hits a little button. The glass sphere opens up, and the crab climbs inside of it. You can see that your dresser is just a few feet away.
Oh, well, I guess I'll just push this into there.
You just push the whole thing in there. Yep, the whole cabinet goes in. You have to dislodge the anchor, unfortunately. And
Well, one-way journey.
you close down the glass sphere, and the crab jumps down and begins to hit a bunch of buttons with its crab claws, clicking and skittering. Do you like open the door and call for everyone to come out now that you're down here, or? It appears that the sphere, by the way, is evacuating the water inside of it pretty quickly.
Well, once all of the water is out, I suppose I'll open it.
Okay. So the crab is obviously doing some sort of weird arcano magic preparations, hitting all the buttons, crazy weird lights and sounds. And yeah, the door opens to the shoe closet, and the rest of you, you have been at the Krantz residence in Central City. You appeared through the shoe closet there. And you were all immediately put to work cleaning stuff up, as a lot of adventurers who stopped by recently have. Can each of you give me a Constitution saving throw? Oh no. A rough start.
Constitution saving throw?
Mm-hmm. From you three, the three of you that were inside the shoe closet. So, Michael Verity, you're the only one who's succeeded at this point, as you have all been just put to work cleaning things up, and it has been exhausting. So, Sword and Elysia, you each suffer 1 level of exhaustion. Michael Verity, you're able to maintain your strength as you have helped clean the closet. All very thankful.
Didn't bring a sweat.
Yeah, all very thankful still for Oldman finally calling you back. You all hastily make an exit and find yourselves at the bottom of the ocean inside of a strange glass sphere.
We're here, guys. I hope you enjoyed Mira's company. I hope she made herself decent.
I will say this, it was quite a mess before, but now it's not so much.
I think I should start just going barefoot. I don't know if I can handle seeing shoes again too soon.
Why does she have so many shoes?
Sword is just traumatized and shaking. And as you're having this conversation, you just hear the crab click its claws together to get your attention. And you all kind of look at it, and it starts like scuttling around and making some sounds and clicking and tapping things. And you have no idea what it's doing. And then,
what's he saying, Oldman?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Oldman, you can speak with small beasts, right?
Yes.
What does that do?
Makes so that we can communicate, small things.
Yeah, so looking at its body language, it's telling you, all right, everybody, sit the heck down and buckle up. We're ready to go.
Okay, everyone, sit down, get ready. Bye, Mira, I'll be back soon. I close the door.
Okay, you shut the door. And
Okay, we're ready.
all right, you guys
Let's go.
You all sit down. There are some buckles, and you buckle up. And with a sudden burst of speed, the crab hits a big red button, and the orb that you're in, the glass sphere, begins to rocket upwards out of the water. You hear whoosh, the rushing of water all around you. You emerge from the waves and begin to fly upwards into the air. The G-force is pulling back your skin. And as you're just kind of being whipped up into the sky, you see great amounts of heat and flame kind of forming around the sides of your orb. You exit through the atmosphere of the Lands of DnDTime and into the dark void of space. you see far to your right, the moon in all of its glory, the sun far in the distance, and beneath you, a very strange blue, planet, which is slightly convex and very confusing to look at. But you find yourselves now floating through space, hurtling toward a big red circle in the distance.
Well,
With
that was
water.
some weird cannon. I mean, a weird cannon.
This'll take a while.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's gonna take a little bit.
We can start singing.
Oh God! I
dear
don't know
God,
if I
no.
can-
Actually, we have all this spare time.
pray-
We could
pray
go
that-
in
pray-
and continue to clean.
Pray the Celestials that this will speed up a little bit more.
Well, it's actually, it's hard to tell because the G-forces are totally gone now that you're out of the atmosphere. But you're looking at it, and the Lands of DnDTime, which is a very strange looking structure. It's not your typical planet. That kind of baffles you to look at. It's a weird convex flat plane. But as you hurtle out into space, it's getting smaller and smaller very quickly. And you can see that tiny little red dot in the distance is becoming larger at a speed that you really probably weren't expecting.
I'm pretty sure we're going to die if we do not hit water.
Clawbert, is there like brakes on this thing? And if I ever drew scenery, this would be perfect, but I don't.
Clawbert is looking extremely well. Clawbert's a crab, so the rest of you just see a crab running around on the dashboard, apparently hitting buttons seemingly at random. But Oldman, you can understand. Clawbert is extremely anxious, and Clawbert is hitting buttons and looking out the glass orb and like ticking on the glass and pointing to it and pointing to you. And you look out to where Clawbert's pointing to, and you squint a little bit. Apparently, this crab has incredible eyesight because you can see you're heading toward a kind of belt of asteroids that seems to circle around the solar system at this point. And in particular, well, they appear to be coming toward your little orb. And I need you all to roll for initiative here.
Wait,
As
what's coming towards us?
giant
Asteroids!
asteroids
Oh dear.
The ship
Asteroid
gets-
field.
slammed by one and rocks and begins to spin wildly. And that's kind of all your jolt. All right. Let's see. What is the initiative order? We got Sword at 19. Nice. Elysia, you got a 10. We have Michael Verity at 6 and Oldman. And then we got the crab. And at initiative order 20 is when the asteroids go. So, the first asteroid slams and smashes into the glass sphere that you're in. You begin to spin around wildly. You have no context of down, though, because there's no gravity, really. And so you're not really getting the vertigo you'd kind of expect from spinning wildly.
Are we spinning, or is the
It
sphere
looks like...
spinning around us?
Who of you are still buckled? Are you all still buckled?
Oh, I suppose so.
Yeah.
All right, everyone except for Clawbert still buckled. So you guys are all spinning wildly. Clawbert is just kind of floating in the air as the orb spins around them. Sword, it's your move. You can see there's another asteroid kind of coming toward you. What would you like to do? Or rather, you're hurtling through the asteroid field.
How big is this sphere?
The sphere is maybe 15 feet across. It's a very large glass sphere, as far as glass spheres are concerned.
I was gonna say, what even actions are even possible? We can't attack the asteroids because we're
Who
in
says
the
you can't
sphere.
attack the asteroids?
But how can we attack the asteroids if we're in an orb?
I've got one way, but it's pushing the boundaries.
Like, aren't we contained in like glass or something?
The crab hits a button and the sphere kind of cracks open a little bit. And you can now climb out of the glass sphere if you want.
Oh God, but we can't breathe. No, I'm not. No.
All right, what would you like to do, Sword?
I'll go ahead and summon my spirit guardian
Okay.
because they just barely hit the radius.
Okay, so you conjure your spirit guardians, try and float yourself into the exact middle of the sphere, and just hope they can help.
Yeah, just hold on to the seats for dear life.
Alrighty. That is
I
Sword's
try not to
move.
lose my lunch in the process.
Yeah, it's actually, like I said, surprisingly little vertigo. Elysia, it's your move. What would you like to do?
I just realized I cannot haste the sphere itself because it's not within grip.
No, you
Nope.
cannot haste the spirit itself.
No, gotta go with fast strokes. Fine.
Oh, only.
I'll pop up beside Sword and I'll start pew-pewing some firebolts at the incoming.
Okay, so you're just gonna shoot firebolts out the open glass kind of door of the sphere.
Pew pew.
All right. Yeah, you will absolutely hit with a 25 for 11 points of damage. You severely damage the asteroid. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
That's all I've got.
All right, a firebolt damages one of the asteroids pretty handily. Michael Verity, what would you like to do?
Without even getting out of my seat, I'm just gonna try to shoot my crossbow at it and try to crack the asteroid with some piercing damage.
Okay, sure. You take out your crossbow. Now, I will say, you have no problem aiming because there's no gravity, even though you're being spun around rapidly. So go ahead and make your attack. Though it does look weird how quickly Elysia and Sword, who are not buckled in anymore, are just spinning around in front of you. You will absolutely hit for 21. Go ahead and give me your damage. 8 points. Ooh. Yeah, the crossbolt hits the asteroid and kind of splits it. Now it's 2 asteroids. Which is a little better. But it's still a little rough. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Michael?
Nope. I don't really have anything else I can do.
Oldman McWizardface, there's an asteroid coming towards you.
Okay. So there's no gravity.
No, there's no gravity, and you're in a sphere, but the sphere's open, so you can go out of the sphere if you want.
How much control can I get over the sphere with this?
Control over the sphere? Absolutely none.
I can't move
I'm in
it
a-
up and down.
No, there's no controls in the sphere. You'd have to go outside and push it.
We're in space. There is no up and down.
Yeah, you'd have to go outside and like inertia this, you know?
Oh, and don't forget to hold your breath.
I mean, okay. In that case, you know what? Let's just start breaking down asteroids. Let's go for it.
You're shooting magic missiles out. All right, you're blasting at that first asteroid. 12 points. Yeah, the asteroid is blasted. The 2 pieces that were smashed before by Michael's crossbow and first weakened by Elysia, they each break, and now there's just a bunch of tiny little pieces of rock that you think will harmlessly bounce off. All right, is that the end of your move, Oldman?
I mean, I suppose so.
Okay. The asteroids go. You can see, we're gonna roll a D100 to see how bad you get. A 37.
They do
Yeah,
take Spirit Guardians coming in.
That's true. The Spirit Guardians obliterate the small pieces that were remaining. So your ship takes no damage currently from the asteroid.
Woohoo!
It did take some from the first asteroid that woke you guys up, or really got your attention, but so I'm gonna put that ship has no strikes. Cool.
So, did we get
Yeah.
knocked off? So, question: did we get knocked off course because of these asteroids, or no?
Not yet. You can get knocked off course, but you haven't really been hit by them yet. Just the first one that kind of shook you up. All right, so there's more asteroids coming toward you. It looks like this time there are 2 little asteroids flying toward you. And we move to Sword. What would you like to do? They seem to be coming both from the same direction, directly ahead of you.
All right, in that case, I think hitting it with a sacred flame would probably be a sound.
Well, Sword, right as you reach your hand out to cast this sacred flame, you still have your spirit guardians going, you see that those two asteroids kind of get crumbled up by a gigantic asteroid that's coming in right behind it. Would you still like to Sacred Flame the giant asteroid?
No, if I see a bigger asteroid, I'm probably
Yeah, this
going to
is
go
very
for
large.
a little bit more destructive.
Okay. What's that?
Get your
Yes.
destructive thing out already.
Well, Sword, while you prepare...
You know what? I think I'll just
You'll just,
prepare my. I'll prep. A swing.
what are you preparing?
My square hammer.
Oh, so you like
get
climb to the you climb to the opening and just ready the square hammer?
Yep, because that's about the only thing I've got that's going to do any serious damage.
Yeah, as you kind of clamber to the opening, you can tell that there's a definite like threshold where the air inside the bubble stops and somehow is maintained in the bubble, and there's no air outside. But that's fine, you can hold your breath a little bit. All right, so Sword, you're readying your weapon. Elysia, what would you like to do? There's a giant asteroid hurtling toward you.
How giant?
It's
Very
probably
giant.
like 50 feet across. It's
That's
giant
pretty-
compared to your ship, at least.
You know what? With the power of Sword, and I'm sure Oldman and Michael will come up with something good, I shrink it.
Okay. Try and
Wait,
shoot
let me
the
double
asteroid.
check that it's not a creature. It is creature or object, so I reduce.
Wow, and it does not have a size limit. This is a definition, this is a textbook object, so, lol. Yeah, the asteroid shrinks to half its size and only 25 feet across, but you also hear a horrible squelching sound, and you see a large grayish space worm kind of is now hanging off the side of this tiny asteroid. It looks like it got kind of crushed, like it was burrowed inside the asteroid before, as the asteroid shrunk. But now there's a huge space worm hanging off the side too. But the asteroid's half as large.
alive.
I doubt it's alive. It's being crushed alive. I highly doubt it.
All right, is there anything?
I tuck back into the orb to have a bit more cover.
Okay. And I know Sword, your spirit guardian's still going. Michael, Verity, what would you like to do? There is a very, very injured giant space worm hanging out of a much smaller asteroid that's now flying toward you. I'm sorry, a now much smaller asteroid. It got shrunk.
I have an idea that might just work.
Okay.
So if I recall, I have 9 charges on my sword. So let me think on. I'm going to use my sword's blast ability
Oh,
at
jeez.
level 4. So I'm using 4 of my charges at this point.
So you stand
and
up next to Sword. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna buckle myself, get next to sword, and I'm gonna blast the asteroid and the worm at the same time.
Interesting. Okay. Go ahead and give me your blast as you point out your blade. The light crackles along the sword and then shoots out in a line.
For
all right.
about 35 damage.
Okay.
DC 14 charisma save. I don't think the asteroid can't make a charisma save, but
No, the asteroid takes the damage. So how much damage is that? 40? No,
No, it's 35.
35. So 35 to the asteroid. The asteroid cracks a bunch, but is not quite broken. It is definitely damaged. The space worm, it's a charisma save. Oh, jeez. All right, well, the space worm gets a 6. And 35 points of damage. It is severely wounded. The space worm screams out. It is in rough shape after getting half crushed, and now that. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Michael?
No, I'm not gonna waste my action surge on that. No, I'm good.
Cool. All right, Oldman.
Okay, Sword, I sure hope you can crush that thing. but I'll, knock out the asteroid a bit.
The asteroid or the worm?
The asteroid.
Okay. Yeah, you'll hit all three. It's an asteroid. How much is that? 17? 20? All right. Asteroid is starting to break apart. It's in pretty rough shape. Sword Coheir, at the beginning of the round, the asteroid comes right up to the ship. Your ready action goes off. Go ahead and make your ready.
Guardians.
Sorry, what was that?
Spirit Guardians.
Oh, the spirit. Can you roll the Spirit Guardians actually, as well? Because that Spirit Guardians are very important. Oh my God, the worm dies. The worm dies by 1 hit point, and 16 damage on the asteroid. Will put it at
Actually, nix that
21.
Divine Strike.
No Divine Strike.
No, I don't have
Divine-
my wings out. Oh no! Wait.
That's your-
Yeah, that's something you
normal.
always get. The wings are different. So it's 21 damage on that, and that puts you, you beat 75. All right, you smash the asteroid, you swing with your hammer, bam! And the asteroid, boom, 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 goes hurtling off in a different direction. And oh my God, you feel it reverberating in your arm, and it hurts really bad. And the worm dies from the Guardians. And you see this now tiny or smaller asteroid with the carcass of a big space worm hanging off of it, hurtling off into the distance. And you see, as you exit the asteroid field, seemingly your ship undamaged, or your vessel undamaged, a large red shape growing ahead of you. You're getting very close to Mars. And the crab clicks its claws together. Oldman, it's saying, "Wow, I thought we were dead. Good job." Pretty much. It's expressing its surprise and...
Don't worry, guys. Clawbert had faith in us the entire time.
Thanks, Clawbert.
Clawbert is praying to its fishy gods. So yeah, what do you guys want to do? You're approaching Mars.
Can we see if there's actually water on Mars, or is it all red?
It's all red. It's very red.
Clawbert, I think you made a mistake. There's no water here.
I just wonder how we're going to stop.
How you're gonna stop?
Yes, how are we gonna stop?
There is no stop. I think we just took a ride on the pain train, boys.
Oh no, don't worry. These land fairly safely, like 7 times out of 10.
Yeah, 7 times out of 10. Can you roll me a d10?
God damn it. You just had the jinx.
Yeah, it lands perfectly. No problem. You enter through the atmosphere of Mars. It's a relatively safe descent. It doesn't get nearly as hot as it did exiting the atmosphere of the Lands of DnDTime. There isn't anywhere near as much fire. But yeah, the giant glass sphere that you're in comes to a nice, soft, and safe landing upon the surface of Mars. It's almost like a feather fall spell, right? It's very gently lands itself at the last moment. And yeah, you look around and there's just red, barren earth and dust.
Look at all that water.
Is there breathable air?
You have no idea. Do you want to just go out?
I'm going to peek out and test if there's air.
I jump out while he's doing that.
Yeah, it seems like there's breathable air here.
Oh, thank God. Okay, we can
It's a
breathe.
little dusty. It's like very dry. And Clawbert clambers out and clicks his claws together and begins to just walk in one direction, just away from the orb.
Okay, guys.
Oh, Clawbert conveys to you, Oldman, because you can understand him, that he could have sworn he saw a little blue dot when they were coming in.
Clawbert saw some water. So let's just escort him so that,
How can he know where the water is? And secondly, last I checked, all I saw was red before we entered the planet.
Oh, we can have the most exclusive pool party in all of D&D time.
Yeah, the most exclusive pool party that no one will ever know about.
That's why it's so exclusive.
Well, I'll just be rolling the orb behind you guys.
So you're still in the orb, just hamster balling it, Oldman.
No, I keep getting out and pushing it. But...
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, you get out and push it. That's fine too. The gravity here isn't as bad as it was back on the Lands of DnDTime, but it's not also light enough that you notice anything. You just feel a little better and stronger all the time. And yeah, you're pushing your way through. You're following Clawbert. Oldman, you're falling behind, rolling the orb. And as you're walking, there's just a whole lot of nothing. You see some large red ridges and mountains in the distance, and they're pretty looking, but there's really nothing here. There are no clouds, no anything. You do see there's wind. There's plenty of wind, and there's kind of gusts of dust that kick up every so often. But after a short time, you see a kind of strange object up ahead. It kind of reflects the sun's light and glints a little bit. And it's a little bit warm also here on this red planet you're on. But yeah, there's a strange, large red object. Looks like maybe about the size of a cart.
Is there a shape? What's the shape of it? I'm assuming it's not natural.
Yeah, definitely not natural. Yeah, it refracts metallically, and it's got a very weird shape. It kind of looks like, from this distance, you can't really tell. You'd have to get up to it. It's not easily or
I will get in close to it and inspect it. Do I have to make a check or something?
No. Yeah, you can. If you're gonna walk right up to it, it's not moving.
Must be a Triggognome thing.
Yeah, it stands maybe 5 feet tall. It has 2 long metal protrusions in the front with wheels at the end, and it has a single axis on the back, which has 2 wheels on either side of it that are kind of on a pivot. On the top of it, it has a large flat platform. That's what you saw was reflecting the light. And there is a big metal shaft that sticks up near the front of it. And again, it looks kind of like a cart. And at the top of the metal shaft, there is a little black box with some strange trigonometric. They look like almost binocular lenses, but it's not moving at all.
Wow.
Are there any?
When the heck did Triggonomes get here?
Is there any sort of writing on it?
Yeah, it reads curiosity on the side.
Oh my god, look, it's a dead cat! How'd that get here?
No, this is an alien cat. Isn't it cute?
It's dead. Curiosity must have killed it.
As you guys are saying that, you see Clawbert just continuing to walk away.
Time to follow the crab.
Okay. Yeah, you go and follow the crab, and after walking for 45 minutes, it's just dusty and crappy and awful. You come across a small pool of muddy water. It's only 2 or 3 feet across. You have no idea how on earth this incredibly perceptive crab could have seen this from space. But yeah, it's this tiny little just splotch of drying mud. It's in a bit of a basin that was very large at some point and seems to have completely disappeared.
Well, I'll be damned. There's water here.
Pool party!
I'm not jumping in that.
It's about 3 feet across, and you see Clawbert standing in it. And even though Clawbert's a normal-sized crab, he's not fully submerged within it. Clawbert clicks its claws together triumphantly.
I think I can fix that a little bit.
I kick back and join Clawbert in the. Oh.
So as you go to kick back and join Clawbert, Elysia, a bunch more water appears, blessed by Sword Coheir. And how many gallons of water is that?
It says 30, so it ain't a whole lot.
Yeah, 30 gallons of water. I mean, it really helps to unmuddy the water a little bit.
It's a bathtub, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So it's all right, you can deal with this. It's very warm. It's kind of relaxing. It's kind of like a mud bath. And Clawbert clicks his claws together very, very excitedly and happily. And you're all just sitting, or at least you two are just sitting in this mud bath on Mars for now. Does anyone else want to join them in the mud bath?
Oh, I probably jumped in already.
So Oldman's
I'll
also
pass.
sitting in the mud bath.
I just look at this like I'm not doing this.
I presto to make the smell of nice chilled cucumbers about us.
Everything smells like chilled cucumbers. You're sitting in this mud bath. It's really nice.
Oldman begins taking off his clothes and then looks at everyone like, oh wait, not here.
Oldman has a sense of modesty to him. But Michael, you and Sword are just like, you're not jumping in a mud bath right now. This stupid crab.
Yeah,
But as you're standing
I didn't think the crab. I'm not saying the crab is stupid. I'm just saying I'm not. I don't want to be dirty.
That's fair. As you two were standing there, Elysia and Oldman and the crab kind of distracted by their bit of their mud bath party. You two notice in the distance there's kind of what looks almost like a roiling storm, and you saw this from space as you were approaching. What looked like a big swirling like hurricane shape on the surface of Mars, you see appears to be a massive dust storm. And it appears to be coming right toward you, which is very bizarre because you saw it moving the other way when you were approaching, and it was really far. It was like half a planet away. The fact that it is moving so quickly, it's coming for you. You think?
Oh dear. Guys, you might want to stop the party. Stop the party. You got a storm coming.
Oldman like wipes off his mud mask. It's like, oh, you're right. Oh God.
How serious is it, Oldman?
It's pretty big. It's coming like really, really fast. I don't think we could outrun it.
Yeah, you guys have 2 rounds before it gets to you. It's moving that fast. What would you like to do?
See if there's any nearby caves or anything we can use for shelter.
Absolutely none.
Wait, if we all duck ourselves inside the mud, we might be able to hide.
Do you want to try and do that?
Oldman rolled the gerbil ball over here, so
Yeah, it's like a little ways away, maybe 50 feet, but like it's close.
Yeah, I'm getting. Yeah. I'm not going in the mud. I'm going to the ball.
Okay, so Michael, you make a book for it to the.
Yeah.
ditto that.
Okay, so Michael and Sword rush toward the arcane catapult. Elysia? Oldman?
I look to Oldman.
Maybe we could roll the ball over here and create a dome over the mud. Get the effect of both.
Oh, that's a good idea.
It's like I can make more water.
Well, as you're having this conversation, you see it's getting quite close to you, and you hear what sounds like at first the chants of like a war cry, like of like an army marching. And
I'm
you
assuming
see
it's
this-
in a language we don't understand.
Yeah, absolutely not. And you see heralding the coming onslaught, what appears to be at the helm of this dust storm, a bizarre figure. It looks something like a Valkyrie of Greek legend, a giant female warrior riding upon some sort of Pegasus, but everything is made of dust, and the figure is gargantuan. It's very large, and you can just hear it riding toward you.
Is it speaking Celestial by chance?
No, it's just riding toward you.
Can we
Oh,
tell-
I meant when it was making the war cry, but okay.
Yeah, actually, it would probably be speaking Celestial.
Oh, then I understand it. Tell me what it says.
Same.
Do literally all of you speak Celestial except Oldman? That's right.
How the tables have
Well,
taken.
Oldman speaks to animals. We speak to higher.
It is screaming for the glory of war.
For for Christ's sake! Can we not do this? I'm like I hear the sound of war, and I'm thinking to myself, maybe the ball is a bad idea. And
All right.
I'm gonna turn back and be like, I'm gonna turn back and I'm gonna shout back, "You want war? Well, I want peace. in Celestial.
Okay. It doesn't seem to react at all. Sword Coheir, what would you like to do? This is your last move before it's going to go. I'm giving you all just a round because you've seen it coming for a while. You're at the orb currently.
Well, I'm going to pop a blast.
Okay. Who you blessing?
I'm going to cast a level 2 bless and just hit everybody. Within range.
Okay, so that's the 4 of you, basically. You're not going to bless Clawbert?
Yeah. Huh?
You're not
Well,
going to bless
yeah,
Clawbert?
I said level 2, so just to get Clawbert.
Oh, you're including
no.
Clawbert.
It would
But then
be a
are you
level
getting
3 one. It'd be a level 3 one then, wouldn't it?
Sure. If you want to bless Clawbert, it'd be a
Yeah, I
level
want to get everybody.
3. All right, you bless Clawbert as well. Everyone is currently blessed. All right, is there anything else you'd like to do, Sword? Do you want to clamber inside of the orb, or?
Yeah, just initially.
Okay.
So we see what happens.
So you clamber inside. We move to Elysia. What would you like to do? This is your last move before the storm hits you proper. And you can tell it is definitely an entity, not just some sort of nature.
Well, let's go! And I will immediately just turn around and go sprinting, covered in mud, and dive bomb whoever is near the orb into the orb. Preferably hug tackle Michael Verity into the orb.
Well, Michael's the only other one near the orb because Oldman's still in the mud bath. So, Michael Verity, you get hug tackled into the orb. You get a little muddy. But you're now also in the orb without having to move.
Well, thank you, I guess, but I was planning to stay and fight because I don't like war. No, I don't like this thing already.
Is it
All
staying
right.
and fighting the definition of war?
So, Lisa, you're in the orb. That was your move. Because you had a double move to get there because you were in the mud bath. Oh, Michael, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
I want out of the orb.
Oh, you climb out of the orb. You push Elysia off. You climb out.
I want out of the orb as I prepare my sword for battle against this Pegasus riding Valkyrie made of rock and dust.
Okay.
And that's it.
You're just readying an attack?
Yeah, I'm gonna ready myself.
Okay, Oldman McWizardface, you're still in the mud bath with Clawbert. From your experience, Clawbert has a land speed of approximately 20 feet. He's really fast for a crab. Holy shit!
I'm gonna tell him to just bury himself and know where he is, because it's the only water here. And then I'm gonna say, "Hey, Sword, are we doing this fighting thing?"
Sword's in the orb, 50
Yeah,
feet
I'm
away
yelling
from you.
that over.
Well, I guess I got no choice.
Okay, then. I'm going to run into range and go, well, get that hammer to work!
Oh god! All right, you're running over. You're hasting sword. That's terrifying. All right, now it's gonna be time for Mars. All right. The Valkyrie kind of flies down from above and lets out a war cry as the storm kind of approaches, and it washes over you. But it's just dust, so it's not that bad. It obscures vision very much. And you feel like it would be hard to concentrate while within a dust storm. Additionally, actually, how does this ability work? Oh boy.
How does what work?
Just saying. Yeah, oh boy. So when you enter the dust storm for the first, it'll be on the first time, not from this cast. So yeah, the dust storm is around you now, Oldman. I need you to roll a concentration check. I believe you have disadvantage on this.
Oh no.
As the storm watches over you. Let me check. No disadvantage. No disadvantage.
Okay, then. Oh, God.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a 10. You're going to succeed on that. Do not lose your concentration. And yeah, it is brutal. The storm washes over, and you can see for maybe like 15 feet. And you see that Valkyrie up above Michael Verity. She seems to be very focused on you, the one target to really stand up to her challenge. And
did they get close enough for me to attack?
no, she raises up a hand, and conjured out of the swirling dust around are 2 warriors of sand. And they are or sand and dust, and they are going to swing at you with their blades of screaming wind. What is your armor class?
Do I get an attack too, or?
Yes, you would absolutely get an attack.
My armor class is 18.
Okay. So you can go ahead and make your attack first.
Okay. 21 should hit, I'm assuming.
Yes. Very low AC. It's made of.
What is their alignment?
Well, it's interesting, right? Because this is like one purpose driven for war, but it's chaotic. They're chaotic.
Okay, so they take the bonus. They take the bonus radiant damage.
Absolutely.
So 20 damage to one of the warriors.
Well, if you hit the warrior, doesn't seem to be shaken at all, but you hear the Valkyrie scream out in anger, and the warriors each swing with their blades of screaming wind upon you. As a 27 for 19 points of lightning. Actually, that should not be lightning. That should be slashing. Sorry. Bap. And then, oh my god, a critical hit. 26 more points of slashing.
Oh my. Yeah, those both hit.
The sand whips away, and you can feel it like peeling at your skin, and it is agonizing. All right. That is the end of Mars's turn. We will now go to...
Do we even have an initiative order yet? Or
yes, she's last. I just went with your order. Yep. So we're up to Clawbert. Clawbert is caught in the storm and gets pissed. Oldman, you're still with Clawbert?
I had to move all my movement to get range.
So no one sees Clawbert right now. That's the end of Clawbert's turn. Sword, it's your move.
All right. How far away is the Valkyrie?
You can hear her, but you can't see her from where you are. Because you're in the orb. And you don't feel the wind slashing at you in here. You can hear it battering against the orb, but that's it.
All right. Well,
you can try and launch the orb if you wanted, but you'd be leaving Oldman behind and Clawbert.
Nah, I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Not yet. And Michael Verity is next to me.
That took a lot of damage from me, I will say.
That's why I'm asking.
Those were very good rolls. Yeah, Michael Verity is very close to you.
All right, then I'm going to double action on Michael Verity cure.
Yeah, as you walk out and you see Michael Verity, looking up, you see the Valkyrie. She's 15 feet in the air above you. You just couldn't see her from inside the orb because she was up in the air. So you cure some wounds upon Michael Verity. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Sword?
And I will use...
are you concentrating on anything right now?
Bless.
I need you to roll a concentration check as soon as you enter the storm. DC's 10.
Bless.
The bless.
Bless.
Oh, you can roll your bless. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Yeah, you're good. That beats DC 10. All right, you maintain your concentration. A big heal for how much health? 21.
21, yeah.
Yeah. Michael Verity, 21 points of healing from Sword Coheir as you lay upon your blessed healing hands. And is that the end of your move, or do you want to clamber back inside of the orb?
I still have my bonus action, so I'm gonna prep my shield.
Okay. Wait, you're gonna what?
Throw up my shield.
Oh, just have your shield up. Sure, absolutely. At the end of your turn, the storm, Mars, is going to make a gust attack against the orb, which it just hits. It's an orb. A gust of wind strikes the orb and gets launched about 20 feet. So, Sword, you have just climbed out to heal Michael, and the orb gets thrown off into the dust storm behind you.
Well, thank God I'm
With
not alone for this
Elysia
mess.
Elysia, you get tossed around inside, and it's actually your move.
I kind of shake my head, recovering from the sudden jolt, a bit offended that she didn't even yell "for." But I do believe someone had almost mentioned an idea of hamster balling. I'm going to try to hamster ball right back over. Is
All right,
it?
you want a hamster ball over?
Yeah.
Do you have land vehicles proficiency?
Nope.
All right, in that case, could you give me just an acrobatics or athletics check, your choice?
Most assuredly.
Yeah, you whoop, 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 you hamster ball your way right back over. You looking outside, you see Sword and Michael Verity there now, right outside.
So I see them.
And that was your movement. So. Yep,
Excellent. I spend 2 sorcery points to twin spell enlarge on Michael Verity and Sword.
Go. Here's a strat. Michael Verity and Sword, you both swell up in size. You are big boys.
So what does that mean in terms of our attacks?
You have advantage on strength checks, and you deal an extra d4 weapon damage.
Nice.
Nice indeed.
Not tamales.
We'll take it. Alrighty. All right. So is that the end of your turn, Elysia?
It is indeed. I remain in the orb.
Okay. At the end of your turn, the creature is going to, or the storm is going to. Oh, we totally forgot Sword's hasted action. Oh no, you use that.
No, I doubled
Yep.
action on the cure wound.
Yep. Excellent. I mean, so far worth. All right. So the creature is going to use 2 legendary actions to use a wave of dust, a cascading wave of dust pushes out from the storm itself. It appears to be just hundreds of creatures like goblins crawling upon you, but they're just falling to sand and burying you, Michael Verity. Can you roll me a strength saving throw?
At
Good thing we
advantage.
got advantage.
And bless.
And bless.
Oh, terrible damage roll too.
Does a 15
Yeah.
succeed
You
or-
have bless, it succeeds.
Oh, yeah. It's a DC 16, but with the bless, you're good.
Okay.
All right. That's now it's your turn, actually, Michael.
Sweet. So
I
there's
never went.
so there's still 2. What? Oh
Oldman,
wait.
you're after Michael.
Then
you're
I
first.
never went.
Wasn't it to use the?
Oh wait,
Haste?
that was his ready action. Okay, never
Yeah.
mind.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Oh, good.
Okay. So there's still 2 of those dust warriors in front of me.
No, they've fallen down to sand. They're gone.
And,
After they hit you, they disappear.
and the dust warrior is 15 feet in the air.
You get the idea that this like dust Valkyrie is the storm, at least an embodiment of it.
But she has a form, is what you're saying.
Yes, she's the only thing that seems to have a consistent form here, although it is just all swirling, thrashing sand.
Well, I can't reach. Well, she's the
Yes,
only
you
target,
can.
and I can't reach her with my sword unless I
You're-
jump.
you're-
up.
You're enlarged.
large.
You have a reach of. You
Yeah,
can
you're
hit her
huge now.
15 feet.
Oh, I can hit her. Nice.
Yep, that's part of the enlarge. You're twice your normal height, so you can hit her 15 feet up.
Nice. I'm going to attempt a trip attack and see if I can knock her on the ground, knock her butt on the ground.
Okay.
I forgot to turn off advantage, but the 20 still hits, I'm assuming, and
Yeah.
12, no.
No, 12 hits, actually.
A 12 hits her. Wow. Okay, so
She's all offense, bruh.
Okay, so I'm going to roll the damage, and the D8 for the D6 for the. I
Mhm.
forget, is it a D8 or a D6 for my superiority die at this rate? For my
It's a D8.
superiority die. Okay.
And 2d4 from being a beefy boy.
Oh, 2d4. Wait, 2d4?
One
Because
for
you're
attack.
enlarged.
2 attacks, 1d4.
Wow, 3 ones in a row. But
At least you rolled good on all the other days.
Does she have to roll a strength save, or does she?
No, she does have to roll strength save.
I
She
forget
is capable of being knocked prone.
I think it's a DC 14.
Yeah, she's very strong. So she's,
Yeah, she's not prone. But I'm not done because I'm gonna action search and do it again.
Well, you hit her for what? 18, 20, 42, I think is what I count there. Correct me if I'm
Yep.
wrong.
Correct.
It's good. All right, Michael,
Act-
second round. Go for it.
I'm gonna use one of my superiority die again on one of these attacks as well, and do.
Okay. That'll hit and that'll hit. Give me your damage.
And let me roll the superiority die and the other thing, and
Okay.
boom.
46.
Wow.
Jesus Christ, I'm doing so much damage.
Yeah. 2 more hits and she's bleeding. Just pieces of her just breaking off.
Make me another DC 14 strength save, just for.
Oh,
Oh, you almost. Oh,
so close.
oh.
And as these chunks of her break off, you see them forming into their own smaller creatures. There are now, after those 4 attacks, 4 smaller spirits of dust that are around her. What would you like to do, Oldman?
Well, after seeing the ball land right next to me and then roll away,
Yep, more or less.
I'm gonna chase it down.
Okay, you chase it down. Elysia's in it. The door currently is closed.
Hi, Elysia. Do you mind?
It'd be an action to open it if you want,
Oh,
or probably a bonus action.
Okay, I'll bonus action open it.
Okay, you want to just walk in?
Well, first I'm going to do this.
Oh, jeez, a wave of water.
Her and all of her minions.
Oh shit! Oh, this is very bad. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Does this
Oh, shit.
push?
It knocks prone.
Okay. So I will roll. The water, just a huge tidal wave, conjures down and slams into this Valkyrie. Dexterity saving throw. She's not that good at that. She gets a 5. And the spirits of dust each get.
Oh, damn.
Oh, I need to roll for them. 17, 13, 12, and oh, I'm sorry, 6 and 21. Your DC is 15.
Yes.
So 2 of the spirits of dust fail. How much? 20 damage. The spirits of dust die anyway. It doesn't even matter if they succeed. And she takes 20 bludgeoning damage. So she is now knocked prone. She's now on the ground. And she's also a huge creature. So she's still, like, when she stands up, she's going to be larger than you two either way. And you didn't end your turn in the dust cloud, so you're actually still good. You don't have to roll that concentration.
I'm gonna go ahead and close the door.
Yeah, you can close the door free. Well, when the dust things hit the ground, the spirits of dust, they explode. So Michael, Verity, and Sword, I need you both to roll Constitution saving throws. I need you each to roll 4 of them.
Oh, I'm sorry,
yeah.
guys.
Oh, I'm sorry. I need you each to roll 2 of them because it's small range.
21 twice.
Yeah, you're good. Nothing happens. They blast and the wind tears at you, but you're good. Nothing seems to be wrong. It's her turn now. So those are gone. She is going to. So she stands up, and she is just kind of screaming incoherently. She is going to conjure forth 2 more dust warriors. And zoom. Make 2 more attacks. The first one's at you, Michael. 22
That
for 18.
hits.
And the second one would be at you, Sword. 15
Missed.
for 15. Okay. Then you see, thrown out by the storm at her whim, 2 massive chunks of stone, feeling like they've been tumbled and thrown around by the storm, land. but then they stand up and have kind of glowing red motes for eyes, and they're also going to go. These seem like siege weapons. They're large, kind of earth elementally creatures, and one of them's going to punch you twice, Michael. So it's against your armor class of, what's your AC again?
18.
18. So, oh my god.
Ugh.
Ow.
13
Luckily,
on the second
the
hit.
13 misses.
Okay.
I still stand, motherfucker.
The second one is going to try a thunderous strike against you, Sword. So it's going to make one slam attack and miss.
Miss.
So looks like you're good, actually. Because it doesn't hit. All
Get
right.
that hammer out.
That is the end of their turn. Clawbert is... You don't know where he is still. Sword, it's your move.
Are the elemental catapult things still around, or do they just turn to dust?
They're there. They are physically there. They're like earth element, is what it looks like. They're siege weapons, and like their fists could break down walls.
Okay.
And seeing how they just hit Michael, you're convinced they probably could break down walls.
All right. How far are they away from each?
They're on either side of you and Michael Verity, so that puts them about 20 feet apart. Because you two are large right now.
Oh, that's right.
What would you like to do?
They're within 15 feet of you, both of them.
Well,
Sword, we're losing you a little bit. You're botting out. We're gonna come back to you while you're.
I was thinking about.
Oh dear.
Sword. You're botting out real hard. We're gonna come back to you in about a second, and then you can tell us what you want to do while we get that fixed. Elysia, what would you like to do while Sword's getting the connection fixed?
So the are 20 feet on either side of
Yes,
Michael and Sword.
It is
And-
Golem, Michael, Sword, second Golem, and then kind of in between Michael and Sword, right in front of them, is the creature, the Storm Herald.
Okay. I saw Oldman cast haste on Sword,
Uh-huh.
and I know he has bless and all that. Sword, say something if you don't like this idea, because it might hurt unless you're gone because robot stuff.
Yeah, hopefully
Can you hear me now?
you're still botting out real hard, man.
Yeah.
You try and
rip
reconnecting to
connection.
Discord, and I'll move you back up.
I just want green.
So, Elysia, what did you want to do?
I use my bonus action to open the door to the orb. I stick my head out, I get a quick gauge of the situation, and then I kind of stick a single hand out and cast in it a little past and further away to kind of keep Michael Verity out of the radius. I'm going to fireball the far right
Oh,
elemental
shit.
and the avatar lady.
Okay.
A little wet, this should dry you out.
So, Sword, you're also going to get hit by this, but...
Oh, it hit Sword too?
I guess you could probably get away with not. If you're only hitting two of them, yeah. Yeah, you're good.
Okay, cool. And da 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 da.
Theater of the Mind. All right. I will roll for the Bringer of War, which she gets a 10. And I will roll for the Spirit of War, which gets a 16 somehow.
Oh my.
But it's still half damage.
Indeed.
And if their earthen forms would normally reflect or absorb a bit of the fire, it burns straight through that.
Oh, you have a thing that lets you ignore resistances.
I do indeed.
Oh, well, her dusty form usually would have let her do that. Ooh. All right, she is looking extremely bad, and you see the storm kind of like waning a little bit outside.
I very quietly, without letting anything really catch on, just close the door and just sit down next to Old.
Nice
Alright.
job.
Sword, it's your move.
Alrighty.
Oh no. Go ahead.
Let's clear out of her misery.
Now, Sword, can you roll me a d4 for... Actually, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw at the start of your turn for the bless. Oh, no, it's the end of your turn. I'm sorry. You're good. Go ahead and give me that extra d4. You could hit her with that first square hammer attack if you roll a 4. And you hit her with it. Yeah, you swing that square hammer and slam into her for 25 points. Very nice.
And then
Alrighty.
activate my flaming glove on my.
Yeah, your gloves spark with flame. Your Aasimar heritage gives you a radiant strike. Actually, not your Aasimar heritage, rather. That's just your clerical prowess.
Beefy boy
Alright.
damage.
And
What
is that,
else?
is that enough to put her out?
Nope, she's still kicking.
Is it my turn?
Sword,
Well, then
roll
I'll-
an extra d4.
I'll use my second action from that haste and take another go at her.
Go for it.
Crit fail!
That one can't hit her. As you swing the sword, she backs off, and she seems to kind of make the connection between you, Oldman, and Sword Coheir's haste. And she is going to conjure in her hand as a legendary
But-
action. Oh,
But I still
if
got
she-
a bonus action.
sure.
So, just to be a dick, I'm going to
Okay.
throw out a spirit.
The spiritual weapon's gonna hit.
Okay.
Okay.
For 14 extra damage.
Okay.
Sword, roll a d4 for that enlarged damage.
I don't think the enlarge counts for spiritual weapon.
No,
No,
for
he didn't
the-
roll it on his first one.
That's true.
Yep. As an important enlarge too. Very important enlarge. All right.
Nice.
As you hit her with that, she staggers forth and goes to conjure forth a spear of dust. She swings it back and goes to throw it, and it just scatters against the window of the orb as she collapses to dust. And the storm begins to fade around you. Her last screams of anger echoing through the empty Martian plain.
Perfect.
Your cries of war mean nothing to my cries for order, bitch.
She's not there to hear you, but you see somewhere in the distance, far on the horizon, a new storm beginning to form. You also see over by the mud pile, you see Clawbert. He has enlarged into a gargantuan crab and seems stuck in the mud pit.
Oh dear, can we oh dear, undo the spell, undo.
That's not our spell.
Well, the two of you are really big. You can probably pull them out.
I can help.
Okay.
You see Clawbert look
athletic-
around confusedly and then shrink down to a normal size and crawl out.
Okay.
The mud is scattered everywhere, and most of it's dried up and is kind of crappy now from the storm.
Anywho.
Okay,
Yeah, you all
can
stand there. Sorry, go ahead.
we shrink down too, or no?
I don't know. Is it, do they shrink down?
Oh,
I think we've outlived our purpose here. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, Clawbert clicks its claws together and says, and then speaks, this time in a language you all can hear. Oh, it's great! I gotta see the water! I kind of expected it to be bigger! All this
Okay.
hype about water on Mars!
All that hype about water on Mars, and it's all dried up. Can
Oh
we go
my
home?
god, Clawbert, turn around!
He turns around.
The water was there the entire time!
Clawbert runs toward the water as fast as his tiny crab claws can bring him. and then it's all fake, and
Sword,
he's now
sword,
sad.
help me out here.
You're on your own, old man.
Wow, Oldman, you're rude. I'm gonna go pick up the crab.
Clawbert.
What? No, I don't do that.
Oh God!
I don't have any spell slots left to do that.
Clawbert is just dejected, and he says, "All right,
No,
let's go home. I'll turn on the
I'm just
thing."
Yeah, I just pick up Clawbert and help him to the thing.
Yep. You climb onto the climb back into the orb. Clawbert hits a bunch of buttons.
You guys have fun with that, and I go into my cabinet.
You go into your cabinet.
Okay, Mira, let's get rid of this portal now.
As you go to open the door to the cabinet, Oldman, it appears that it's actually too far away. Perhaps Mars counts as a different plane of existence for the purposes of this portal, and it appears to now just be a cabinet.
And I say that to an open cabinet.
And with that, you guys clamber back in. You leave the desolate landscape of Mars behind, and you head back to the land of DnDTime. One crazy adventure come to an end. Clawbert the Crab has fulfilled their dream of seeing the water on Mars, and you all have had an experience you shan't soon forget. Good job, guys. You're each paid.
Not to mention red dust in every crevice.
Oh, it's everywhere. It's not gonna get up for weeks. But you are all paid your appropriate salary. You gain your appropriate experience, which is varied between the lot of you. And you have been successful in this bizarre adventure.
Nice work, guys.
Good job, guys.
Woohoo!
Woo!
No one got into the closet.
Oldman climbs in the empty closet anyway. Thanks for playing, guys. I hope you had fun.
Woohoo!
Of course.
Yep.